Welcome everybody to episode 14, Meet with Cheese Metaverse Interviews. I'm your host, LeDrop with Cheese, coming to you from the Metaverse. And today I have an amazing guest for you. She is the CEO at Gatefold Labs. She's a former Playboy bunny and the only artist ever licensed by Playboy. She's the lead artist and project director for her new collection called Rogue Bunnies. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Victoria Fuller. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us.
Thank you for having me. It's awesome.
So Rogue Bunnies is the newest thing out there. And you're the lead artist. You kind of are doing everything with it. Tell us a little bit about what you have going on at Rogue Bunnies.
Well, it's a very exciting project. It's basically 100 Playboy bunnies who have followed me into Web3 by going rogue, taking control of their intellectual property and continue to monetize their celebrity on their own terms using blockchain technology. And essentially what that means is we've created a project where we have grown a community, and the utility of all of our products that we're going to be offering, which I can tell you about, is access to in real life Rogue Mansion events and Rogue Mansion in the Metaverse, where we have all kinds of stuff, have commerce, poker, music, parties, exclusive assets you won't be able to get anywhere else, at least not first. You get first dibs. So members have exclusive perks. And the main thing is you get to have one-on-one time with your favorite Playboy bunnies. And it's a chance for us to reconnect with our audience and then also create a new audience that's, through this. It's bringing our Playboy fans into Web3 has been interesting, but we've gotten such a good reception from the current community that exists in Web3 now. And it's been a really exciting time to get these girls together. And it's like getting the band back, right? And there's girls from all different years, current to back to the 80s even, that are on this project with so many stories, so many exciting things to talk about, so many things that have happened since they were, with the magazine. And so we have a generative drop that's not out because we held on to it, but there's a 9,000 piece generative drop on Ethereum. But currently what we're doing right now is NFT trading cards for Rogue Bunnies, and it is on the Flow ecosystem, the Flow blockchain, using the Dapper wallet exclusively right now with a partnership with Dapper Labs. And we have just dropped just a day or two ago, whatever it was. And it's going great. It's getting a great reception and it's super fun and it's gamified. So the community that collects is able to, we have challenges that are going to happen where there'll be prizes that will be awarded. And in addition to that, the secondary market will open up. So, you can buy, sell, and trade your NFTs like everybody else is doing. So it's actually really fun. So a lot of the community, they've been getting duplicates. So we're interested in like selling off our duplicates, buying the ones that we need. We don't know what the challenges are yet. My community manager has been building those, but it's going to be basically how you collect and the score that you have. And it won't be one winner, it'll be multiple winners. So it's not something that that is not attainable. The challenges are not going to be something that are so unattainable. And the cards consist of common, uncommon, rare, legendary, and epic, and sold in blind packs called common, uncommon, and rare. The packs start at $10. Sorry, there's five in the common pack, 3 in the uncommon, and 3 in the rare. So so it's easy, and you don't have to buy any crypto. You just click into our marketplace, and the wallet sets up, the Dapper wallet sets up kind of for you with the flow using your debit card and everything. You never actually see the crypto. It's always presented to you in USD, so it makes it super easy. It's been incredible for our audience that are completely new to NFTs. It's been an incredible way to get them involved. And they actually now have, and it's someone who was never even, you know, the MetaMask thing and everything is great. It's amazing, decentralized, but it's very difficult and intimidating for someone who's not in that world. And this has been an incredible chance to get them acclimated to Web3 in the safest way possible. Dapper wallets are super safe. And yeah, so there's been a lot of educating going on, and our mansion is being built, and we're just looking forward to all, you know, partying at the mansion, bring in, you know, making new memories with this community.
Now you're speaking my language. I love one of my favorite things to do. So I'll definitely pick up some cards. You know, I was an NBA Top Shot collector. I still
oh good.
so often I'm like top 7% collector in the world. But Dapper,
What?
yeah, but you know, I only 100 cards, but I got in early, so I have like all season 1 and some rare.
Wow, yeah.
But Dapper Labs is doing a lot of amazing projects. Like I'm on Record Shop, I have a collection there. NFL All Day, I have a collection.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a Rogue Bunnies collection too.
Oh,
so
good.
We get at roguebunnies.com, right?
Yes.
That's
yeah, roguebunnies.com. You can't miss it. Everything is there. And it'll take you directly, it'll give you a choice when you go to roguebunnies.com to go directly to the marketplace or to go just to the website to check it out. So you can't fail. It's really amazing and easy. And they're so brilliant how they set up their ecosystem. I love it.
Yeah, for sure. And your collection, to me, it sounds like out of all the Dapper Labs projects, yours is going to have the most like in real life utility for the people that buy it into the collection. So I'm really excited to get up with that. But what were you doing? You know, how did you arrive here? What's your background? And, you know, we had talked about you being the only licensed artist for Playboy. So tell us about your background and how you ended up here.
Well, I've been an artist my whole life. It's my entire world, it's my passion. I became a playmate in the late 90s, and my whole intention of being in Playboy, even from a very young age, I always knew I wanted to work for Hugh Hefner because I thought he was Howard Hughes, the richest man in the world. So I had a little confusion there. But I remember seeing him on TV, and I had an instant connection, like this man was like, what he was doing with his life looked like a lot of fun. And so when I did become a playmate, I immediately put together my portfolio, walked it into Hefner's office, and asked him for a job I don't care about the bunny costume as much at that point. And I really just wanted the art job. And he said, you don't want to work here. And I said, I was like heartbroken. He goes, but we should get you some licensing. And I was like, oh, what's that? I kind of knew, I understood licensing, but I didn't really know what he meant. And so the generous man that he is, gifted me a licensing contract that was a multi-million-dollar contract in a support to launch my art career, which it did. It gave me rights. It gave me exclusive rights as an artist to use all the intellectual property of Playboy and all their trademarks in my art and distribute them globally. And at the time, I don't know what it's like now for their licensees, but at the time, out of their 99 licensees, I was the only one with that level of a license and for free. So that was really incredible. And I had it for 11 years. And then I got into crypto, you know, when everybody kind of was talking about it in 2016, 2017. And then someone introduced me to NFTs in CryptoKitties in end of 2017. And I was not amused. I thought it was such a waste of time. I could not understand it. But then I went home and I thought about it. And I thought every time I think something's really stupid, it ended up being like the greatest thing ever. And I didn't want to, like, he was so enthusiastic about it. So I asked him, could you talk with me again? And so we met for like the next couple years over and over and over discussing, like it became a thing with us. And I got really into it. And in January of 2021, I noticed Beeples and Elon Musk's girlfriend and Nifty Gateway and all this stuff started kind of like, all this art started getting a lot of attention with Christie's and all these things. And I thought there is something really here. And my connection with Playboy after Hef passed away, along with the majority of the Playmates, changed quite a bit. The structure of the company completely changed, and so did their so did their view on how they wanted to approach their target audience, and including their target audience, which kind of left the audience and community of Playmates in a slump. You know, they didn't have as much, they didn't have a way to connect to us through Playboy. Social media isn't a real connection, but you know, so I really wanted to do something that included my art, included creating a new brand, making myself a CEO so I would have a job out of COVID, which I was jobless for for a time, and it would be a creative outlet for me to also solve a solution, have an answer to a solution, which have a solution to a problem, I should say, which was reconnecting our community with the girls to their community. We, taking control of our intellectual property, using blockchain technology to connect with our fans, and growing that community and the project into a brand that's separate and apart from Playboy. And so far so good. It's been a really long road. If I had known how much work because I'm like, oh, well, just, at the time it was like all these NFTs were selling. So I thought, well, I'll just do this or I'll just do that. And I had an idea of what I wanted to do. And but certainly what it's turned into far exceeded my expectations, and also far exceeded what I thought I was capable of. I had no idea I could do what I'm doing now. If someone would have told me 2 years ago, you're going to be doing this whole thing with, this techie stuff and, all this NFTs and Web3 and everything, I would have been like, what are you talking about? And so it's been really, I enjoy educating myself. I like learning things. I'm ever evolving as an artist. But one of the key things that really struck me as something that I wanted from this was transcendence. And every artist wants to transcend. And, being on a canvas in a gallery is not transcending. That's nice and all. But, once the person buys the painting, they go home, you never see that painting again. It's like, you put all those days or hours into it and then you never see it again. And so this whole way of NFT and the whole technology around blockchain is so incredible. And so it's so alluring to me to be able to have that control and to know where every single piece of artwork is, who owns it, how much it sold for, getting royalties on it. All of that is so essential as an artist to grow and to evolve and transcend. So it's for me, that's my exciting part of it. I know for a lot of the girls and stuff, they love feeling like they're in on some secret that the rest of the world doesn't know about, that they're learning something that they had no idea about. And now they're feeling like they're in the game. And it is, when I got into the NFTs, I noticed early on with Clubhouse that it was mostly men. It was 95. I would a lot of times be 1 or 2 women in the rooms. And I thought I got to make it a mission to bring as many amazing women into this space as possible, because there is such a need. And so, that's our mantra is with Gatefolds is connecting collectors and traders to the most beautiful women on the blockchain. So, and not just beautiful women, but smart, intelligent women that actually have a voice and that are smart and have input into this space. And I think so far it's been, we go into all these rooms and these spaces and it's exciting. People want to talk to them. People want to know what they've been doing and what they do and what they like. And even like, what kind of ice cream do you want? Do you like, so it's been really incredible reconnecting and in a connection that's really authentic and not a response to a social media post. So in that sense, it's been really rewarding. The whole project is really super rewarding.
I love it. Yes, this is why I wanted to speak with you, because you're on a mission that people need to know about. And I love the community aspect of it, bringing everyone back together. It sounds like you've had a pretty easy time getting bunnies to go right along with you on your mission. And the fact that you're in the Discord all the time, right? And so are some of the, and that's a way to connect. So yes. Talk about your Discord.
Yeah. So the Discord was the Discord. Wow, the Discord is like its own land, right? I hated the Discord at first because I was very confused. Now it's like so simple to me. It's so organized. It's everything that you need at an eye shot. Everything can be organized, categorized. For me, it's the hub. It's the hub. We have the bunnies only channels. So any information that they need on a daily basis is there. You don't have to send out a bunch of emails, do a bunch of Zoom meetings, like all that's kind of over with how I deal with the 100 girls. And our community is growing really strong. Now we have a token gated area now that we've launched our product, which was, our utility as access to the Playmates. So the current holders are now just starting to verify themselves, and that those channels are growing. And the Playmates are interacting. It's really fun because, out of 100 girls, at any given time, if there's 5 to 10 girls or even 4 or 5 girls at any given time in that token gated area, these men they're really, it's not even all men, there's some women, but this community is really excited about it because that one-on-one connection is essential, I think, for people nowadays after COVID and everybody's been so isolated. To have a person-to-person connection, especially with someone you admire or follow or whatever it is, it's really it's cool. It's amazing to be able to have that. It's so new to be able to just go, oh, I know I can go on the Discord and there's going to be a bunny there and I can start chatting away, or like, oh, I saw a magazine and he can ask questions or she can ask questions. So it's really pretty rewarding to have that instant gratification of knowing that you can make contact.
Yeah, even on the end user side, that seems like a really attractive offering, and the fact you're facilitating this is amazing. I can imagine that the area is probably going to get pretty busy here. The more that people hear that you can connect and ask any questions you want and have that personal interaction.
Within reason.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Within reason. It's a beautiful community. I keep saying men because it's majority of men, but there are women as well. The community is just there. It's a really nice crowd. I was very sensitive to the fact that it could go the other way. I made a conscious decision not to have nudity, even though that's our background, that's where we came from, that, a lot of that, being sexual and like all that stuff. And of course that's what modeling and that kind of pinup and that's what it's about. It's about flirting, having fun. But I didn't want to be adult content because I didn't want to limit us to our audience. I wanted it to be a global audience without any kind of gates or roadblocks or anything. And also, we all did that. We all did the nudity, and we there isn't a purpose for it right now. This project doesn't need it. And the NFT, there's plenty of adult content NFT stuff going on now. And we just did not want to be in that category anymore. You know what I mean? We've done that, been there. And none of us regret it, of course. It's been a beautiful experience. But going forward, I want our legacy to be something different. We have the opportunity to kind of rewrite our legacy of who we are as Playmates, and showing the world that we're not just a pretty face, but that we can create innovative and captivating product in the Web3 space.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're doing, is creating a captivating product. I love that your tagline's like the most beautiful women in the metaverse. That's really important, to have that legacy created the right way instead of trying to, swindle the Playmates and make a bunch of money for yourself. You're actually creating the community, which is the key fundamental in Web3, is create the community you want first, and then launch some NFTs, have them interact with the end users. I love what you're doing, and you got to go to roguebunnies.com.
Yes, roguebunnies.com.
So you've been to some NFT conferences, right? Recently at NFT NYC. How was your experience out there?
So I did two. I did the NFT NYC. I was so blown away. I didn't realize they've had it. I thought it was once a year, but I guess they've had it multiple times now. So it's kind of like every 5 months or something. I don't know how they pull that together, but it was like a circus, it was a circus. It was really well done. I don't know if anybody whoever went there noticed that Flow was the major sponsor. It seemed they had the most visual coverage. It seemed over the entire, on all the elevators and a whole entire floor, right, and all their signage and stuff. But it wasn't even so much the convention itself that was so amazing. It was really all of the things in the periphery that were so incredible. Getting to meet people on, having their parties and events and all those other things, that is where the connections happened. And people had told me that going in. They said, because I brought my team in, and they said, don't buy the $600 or whatever ticket for everybody. Probably don't buy a ticket at all. Buy one ticket, have someone go around, and then it's really all the other stuff. And they were so right. I'm so glad I didn't do that, because even though that was great and being able to walk around the floor and all that, that is not, I don't know that I necessarily even got one phone number from the floor, but it was really amazing to be able to see what everybody else is doing, listen to the panels, all the information. I certainly collected a lot of cards and, slicks and informational pamphlets and stuff like that, just kind of trying to wrap my head around what was being offered and what people seem to be wanting, like what people were geared towards, what they were interested in. So that was really enlightening. And then also seeing people in person. We're such a virtual world, and seeing people in person was really cool. There's a couple people that I saw, and I was like, I was not expecting you to look like that. Like, even though I see people from the neck up, and then you see them in person, you're like, it's really good to meet people in person and connect with them. I spoke on a panel of powerful women in Web3 in Austin, Texas, which was just before that conference and the NFT NYC. And that was obviously a much smaller one, but that was really nice too. And it was really all just about panels of talking. It wasn't so much like the New York conference, but it was really great because I got to meet, actually, because there was so many women there, I got to meet so many women that were moving and shaking in the space, and still now connect with them almost on a daily basis, a couple of them, and sharing. And it's nice to have another woman that's a founder or art director or any of those things, to be able to, like, are you experiencing this? Did you? Oh, you are? Oh, good. Okay. I'm not losing my mind. It's not just me. So it's been really great to connect with people in real life. I didn't think was going to be as important as it is, but it really, really is. And our community is begging for IRL, Rogue Mansion events. Like, they are chomping at the bit. So, and even the girls, so I had told them, I said, this is the greatest project ever. You don't even have to take the rollers out of your hair. You don't even have to take the mask off your face or put your shoes on. You never have to leave the house. It's a virtual. And now they're like, when are we having the party? When is the party happening? So they are very interested. I definitely am looking in Miami, Vegas, and then also here in Los Angeles. So, how hard is it to get a mansion and get everybody to show up? I don't think it's hard. So it's gonna happen. It's happening.
It sounds like the demand is there. Yes. And the in real life events are so important in the space. Like, my favorite part about going to conferences is you go to a random satellite event, you meet someone like them, then you see a random event again the next day, then you change numbers and you run into them again. And by the end of the week, you're like, okay, it was meant to be. We're going to work together in some capacity or other in Web3. So I love that. Excited. Everyone's excited. We're all built for betterment of humanity, a better future, and nothing can stop us, not even a bear market. So it's an exciting time to be in the metaverse, and glad you're here. I have a good week if you want to do like an in real life event in Miami. DecentralCon and Art Basel are from November 28th to December 3rd. So that would be a good week where you'd have a lot of NFT collectors, people in the metaverse that would probably show up to your in real life event.
And our AR mansion is in Museum Park, will be deployed at that time during Art Basel. It's there now, but it will also be deployed during that time. I mean, Miami is definitely a hotspot, and really what I'm trying to do with that is connect to a conference so that we can, you know, like that, you know, be a periphery event from the main event for sure. I think that's the key for sure. So
yeah, awesome. I'll be down there. I'm hosting a couple events that week, so I'll make sure that it doesn't overlap with yours, because I know that no one will go up to mine.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, we've been getting a lot of support. The more people that learn about the project love it. I honestly haven't had almost any negativity at all. There's always going to be someone that has, you know, something, but for the most part, it's been 99% positive, and yeah, the support is incredible. So I'm definitely trying to keep the momentum going. These ladies are doing incredible, and I really want this for them and the community.
Yeah, absolutely. The community has never seen anything like this before. You know, you're creating brand new Web3 community that is curated how it always should have been, which is amazing. Speaking of communities, I meant to ask you, are you in any like world or women of Web3 kind of groups?
I am in a couple, and I'm getting into more and more. One of them is Women of Web3, exactly that. And they do Twitter spaces all the time. And the woman that heads it is, her name is Carrie. And I don't know if you guys know her, but she's right now putting together her event in Vegas. And it's at the end of this month. It's actually coming up in a couple days, actually. And she's got a gaggle of women that are just from a global thing. You know, they call themselves degens, right? Because they're up at all these crazy hours. She's like, Victoria, you gotta be up from 4 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, so yeah, I'm pretty tired trying to keep up. I don't know how these ladies have the energy. I do, and they have kids and they have husbands, and like I don't have a husband. I have a child, but she's, you know, 15, so it's not like a baby or anything. These women have so much going on in their lives, and yet they're still like so serious about that space. So yeah, I am definitely continuing to find other women in the space that are, you know, movers and shakers.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm happy to connect. Anytime I hear of a woman doing a project in the space, I'm like intrigued, willing to help and connect you with all the right people that you need to. So I'm really glad that we had a chance to talk. Everyone go check out roguebunnies.com. Victoria, it was, again, so great to speak with you. I'm really glad that you got to tell us about your background and the collection. And I'm looking forward to going to your party in Miami.
Good. Will you wear those glasses?
Oh, yes. I have to wear them to every conference because people remember these, not my name.
Awesome. Okay, good. I'll be looking for the glasses.
For sure. Well, you have a good